Hello there, my name is Wallace. I'm staff worker in the Northwest for Christian Unions Ireland. I live in Coleraine. I've lived here since I graduated university in 2020, so about 2 or 3 years now. What I really love about up on the North Coast is that people tend to view it as a tourist spot, and while that's true, the local community here, and especially the local network of churches here, is incredible. I felt really supported since university, and I know the students do as well. And so the community here that stays up through the hard winter when it's cold and stormy, and the big storms come across the Northwest Atlantic, it's a really tight-knit community, and I've loved immersing myself in that for the past 2 or 3 years. Yeah, well, I think one of the big things that I've been learning and that God has been speaking to me about over the past year is that God wants me to serve Him in all of my life and to look for the spiritual and normal and whatever I'm doing. And so being out there on the ocean, which I'm looking at right now at the coffee shop window, has been a huge area of development for that. So whether that's with the community and connection with other people that I've experienced pre-surfing, and the friendships that have led to amazing chances to share my faith, or even just being immersed in God's creation in a way where I am actively participating in the glory of Jesus, because that's what creation is. It's His glory and it's His inheritance. And so being immersed in that is, you can't not feel closer to God. One of the things I've learned the most in my year and a bit of staff work so far is that we can try and do a lot of things by ourselves and on our own strength for God's kingdom. Whether that's mission or evangelism, you can run a whole mission week on your own strength. You can run a whole semester of CU with your own ideas if you want. But I've realised that real transformation and real change comes about by being filled and overflowed with God's Spirit. And so that means that as I talk to students and as we talk about CU things, as we talk about strategy and everything, one of the most fun things is actually meeting up in coffee shop, getting a nice coffee and opening the Bible together. Or we've been doing a few book clubs this semester as well. So we've been reading books by John Mark Comer and Paul Miller and Pete Gregg and Dane Ortland, and we've been looking at God's heart for us, God's heart for humanity, and by looking at who God is, it's been really evident that we've been changed. And I say we really intentionally, because as a staff worker, I'm not coming to students with all the answers. I really love that as part of my job. I get to explore Jesus with students, and so I think investing in students and letting them see God's heart for them and their friends makes me realize that I need to invest in my friendships, not just when it comes down to carol services or lunch bars or mission weeks, but if I'm doing that throughout the semester or throughout my year, then we actually see that mission weeks and those events become catalysts for mission, and we see that whenever we build off friendships that are already there, we can have some really amazing transformational encounters with God's Spirit working in the lives of people for the first time through what happens at CU.
Small groups has been incredible. I've loved them so much. Being able to chat with some of my closest friends about different parts of the Bible and things is just it's so good, because you get to chat and say and grow and with each other and grow in God as well. So night vision happens on a Tuesday night, actually tonight. So pretty much what happens is 11:45 we go to someone's house and we do a devotion and pray for the night and give it over to God. And then after, we go down to the Anchor Bar, stand outside, we have tea, coffee, hot chocolate, biscuits, all that kind of stuff. And we just kind of try to give it out and share with people. Just be friendly with people, be a face that people can come talk to, and we want to go talk to them. And